hold on. Let me get something back up and running real quick. Hold on. There's an issue and I had to end stream real quick. No biggie. No biggie at all. I tried to cheat the system and it did not work. Okay. Alright. Things should be working properly now. I think I overcome any scuff that I might have had. Okay, hold on. Okay, we're just gonna get on with it then. Hope I overcome any scuff I would have had. But no, I did not. Okay, well, we're just this is a new territory for me. But basically, I just want to just do a very chill stream today, kind of just like talking about everything that went on in Anime Expo, all the stuff I bought. I bought a few things outside that I want to show off, but it was overall a really fun trip. First off, for those who do know that I do conventions, I have my samples here to show you guys. We're gonna open them up. I don't know if I posted them on Twitter yet. I don't remember, but these are the two samples I have. I've already looked at them outside of the box, but first off is my Iron Mouse keychain. I don't really know how to do these little reveal things very well, but honestly, I really like how she turned out. There's a little bit of a glare there, but it's a lot better than my old keychains were, that's for sure. There's Iron Mouse. She will be available at my next two cons, which is Asheville Anime Fest and Animazing in Savannah. But here's Iron Mouse. I'm gonna put her back in her little package. We'll move on to the next sample of the day. Let me actually get my iPad over here, and I'm gonna pull up the chat that way. Give me one sec. I do want to see it better on a bigger screen. There we go. Have this up on a bigger screen. Second thing is my Love in Deep Space Shaker Charm. This one is going to be different once we get to the con. I am making a ton of changes to this one. But here it is, and if I move it closer to the camera, which doesn't really work, you can see all the little guys there. And then you can shake it, rotate it. Doesn't shake all too well. They kind of get stuck. So I definitely want to make some changes there. I'm definitely gonna basically the goal is just to cut out this area here, and basically my goal is just to make this area bigger. I might cut out this too. I haven't really figured out my plan yet for this. I have a few ideas, but I'm gonna think on it a little more. Now, onto all the stuff I bought. I did post it online, but there are some new things, so we're gonna continue the Love and Deep Space trend. We're gonna try to go one fandom at a time. So first is this Plot Plot. It's Caleb's apple. It's really cute. I got it at this like Asian mall I went to with my family. And then with this set is Caleb himself. It's just that they're really cute. I don't really have any cute Plot Plots until this trip when I bought these. So here's Caleb. I think he's really cute. This is for like the summertime mainly when I cut my hair and my hair's on the shorter side. I told myself I was gonna buy a lot of Love and Deep Space, and then I didn't. I only got 3 Love and Deep Space items. The big guy is this massive Mothlope that is so big he does not fit on camera. But it's this grumpy apple, and I absolutely love it. And it's big, it's giant, and it holds a lot of hair, which is perfect for me because I have a lot of hair. Actually, I'm gonna use it right now. Let's try to keep my iPad from turning off too. And it works perfect for me. Next fandom is Alien Stage. I got a few Alien Stage things. This is all from it's all official merch that was at one of the booths. Hold on, I'm just bringing them all to the queue. So I got 2 blind boxes. The first blind box is a figure, but the figure came with a signed photo card of Luca. So there's the Alien Stage thing. Luca still in the plastic case. I've not taken it out. See, it's even signed. His signature's right there. And then with the figure blind box, we're gonna just assemble him right here. He looks like this. He has this little stand, which I'm gonna move to the side. But look how cute he is. He turned out so cute. I love him. Luca's my favorite. Well, he's one of my favorites. Sua's my favorite. He's second. I love the detail on his eyes right there. His lashes. It's really fun. Hello. It's really funny how it turned out. Both my blind boxes were Luca, because this is the other blind box I got. Here's keychain Luca. Usually I'm not very lucky with blind boxes, but I got Luca both times and I'm very happy. Here's the back of him. Honestly, I think his anatomy is a little wonky in this, because why is his shirt like cut so deep? Like, his anatomy scares me a little, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, we're gonna move on to the only Phase Connect thing I have. I only have one Phase Connect thing, which is this Pippa enamel pin. This is the only Phase Connect thing I bought. I wanted to get a Sheena keychain, but honestly the artist alley at AX was really bad this year. It was really crowded and it was really like walking through, I felt suffocated. So everything I purchased was in like the first 2, well really only the first row. So, but nonetheless, here's my Pippa enamel pin. These are actually my first enamel pins. Wabbit, yeah, Rascally Wabbit. Now for indie VTubers, here's Shy Lily. Can't really fit her on. We're gonna take the tail off. And this is my Shy Lily plush. This is one of my favorite things I got. I went to the Mosobox booth to get a Mint Fantome plush, but they were sold out the day I went. And then I saw Shy Lily and I had to get her. Her tail, for some reason, I'll hydrate. Hold on, I got you. Yeah, her tail. Her tail for some reason is detachable. I don't know why, but you can just like attach it, and it's like back on, like brand new kind of attachment. But she's so cute, and I love the detail. And just look at that face. She is adorable. Now, continue with the Moso Box booth. I did get another thing from them. I got this mint keychain. I absolutely adore Mint. I may not have gotten her plush, but I got her keychain, and it's so cute, and it's like holographic. You can see it better on camera than you can in real life. It's like one side's not holographic. The other side is holographic. La la. This is so cute. Honestly, this is in my Moso Box. This is in my Moso Box cart, and I just never got around to ordering it. But now I have it. Now it's home. There is such, like, they're all piled up in the corner right now. It's actually really funny. But sticking onto indies. Next up, we have an Iron Mouse keychain. Oh wait, I didn't know this. Mouth closed, mouth open. I didn't even notice that. She's so cute. This is Racer Iron Mouse. I think they had like 2 outfits of Iron Mouse, and I was like dying because I was sick that day, and I was just like, you know what, whatever, just I'll take Racer Iron Mouse. And she's so cute. I can't really like move her closer to the camera. The camera doesn't like that very much. But where is she? Now, my biggest surprise of the entire convention was the fact that they had Saba. They had Saba merch. I love her little crab. Crab was so cute. I was so surprised when I saw this there. This is my first purchase of the event. I literally posted on Twitter, I'm like, if anyone has like Saba merch, please tell me. I want to buy some. I was really surprised, as I really have no idea how to attach these keychains, but she's just so cute. Just so you can look at her face. She's just adorable. I love Saba. I know she's a little controversial right now, but I love her so much. Saba is like my newest Oshi, and I love her. We're gonna move on to V for Mirai. I was very surprised because I found my Oshi. I found Rem from V for Mirai. She is my favorite. I love the back because it's her sleeping and it's so cute. I really only bought VTuber merch while I was there. That's been like my hyperfixation. But here she is. She is so cute. This keychain is, I think this one and this one, and I think one more by the same artist that I will show next. But it's so cute, and I love them. I think next I'm gonna do Niji Sanji. I don't have as much Niji Sanji merch. I don't have Oshis. I have a baseball team that gives me happiness and depression year in, year out. I have Oshis that give me nothing but happiness. Maybe you should, hop on the train. But we're gonna do Niji Sanji next because I'm going like at least I don't have an order, but I got this Enna pin. For those who don't know, I adore Enna. Enna was my first ever Oshi. She's the first ever VTuber that I got like hooked on. So got this Enna pin. It was actually really cool. I didn't know you can make these with a pin maker, but the lady at the booth, like, you pick the character you want, and she just like pulls out a folder and she makes it there. So saying that I make all my pins by hand, that was really cool to see because I didn't know about that. She had so many, it was so hard to pick one. But I went with Enna because I also really like this outfit. And then you have the back of the pin, which, well, you can see my phone, which really isn't anything special. But the pin is so well made though. I was really surprised. Next pin, it's from the same artist. It's Lyra, who is one of my other Oshis from Niji Sanji. Here she is. I also love this outfit. A funny story, I don't know what convention this was, but I remember walking through like the artist alley and I saw an Lyra cosplayer in this outfit. But at the time of the convention, I didn't really know what VTubers were were. I didn't know anything about them, but I just thought that was a really cool cosplay, and I always thought about it. But then when I got into Nijisanji, I was like, oh wait, actually there's like, part of this is like really rough. Okay, part of this is like coming apart. I don't know if it's just like me or not, but I might be able to fix it. But I didn't know who it was at the time. But then I got into VTubers and I was like, oh wait, that's her. That's Lyra. She's just so pretty. I love her laugh and her voice is so pretty. Everything about Lyra, I love. We have one more Nijisanji thing, which is gigantic. I'll do my best. But it is this giant. I have to lift up my phone for this. It's this giant Enna fan that I bought, and it was like my life's. It was my savior because when I bought it, I was feeling like sick, overheated. It was so funny. So when I bought it, I try not to buy anything with like profanity on it, curse words, anything, and all that. So this is the side I saw when I bought it, and I was like, okay, that's perfect. That's really cute. It's perfect for me. And then I buy the fan. I flip it over. And it's my Ushi flipping me off. And I was like, oh, great. This is going to be a really awkward conversation. Because as soon as I got home, my, mom had me show my grandparents everything. And they, flipped it over. I don't know if they understood it. I don't know what they were saying because I don't speak Korean. But I don't know what they thought about the middle finger. But honestly, this is one of my favorite purchases. Aside from the Shy Lily. So I'm going to put my thing back down. And my iPad turned off, so I can't see chat anymore. But aside from the Shy Lily, in terms of effective purchases, this is one of my most useful purchases. That's actually comical. Yeah, I don't know what I said that was comical. I just yap a lot. So now we are on to the bulk of my purchases, which is the Hololive. I have actually, funny story about this is my Bijou acrylic stand. I think they were debuting these at AX, but I'm gonna leave Bijou here because, so after there's a funny story about the Bijou one. So when I went over to buy stuff, I was buying two blind bags. Hold on, my thing paused. I was buying 2 blind bags and I bought 2 pins. I don't think they charged me for this. I'm gonna be honest with you, because when I bought it, well, I know Hololive because Hololive is one of my obsessions. Me and my friend, we are both obsessed with Hololive, and we're trying to get matching full Moko plushies. Well, she has Fuwawa, I just need Mokoko. So I gotta find Mokoko on Mercari or eBay. But, I don't think the lady charged me for this, but she, put it in the bag. And then when I was, checking my account to see how much I was charged, I was like, this isn't right. So I'm pretty sure I got this for free. I didn't say anything, I just left, but, she's so cute. I love getting free stuff. I don't think it was supposed to be free, but... Now, to go with the stuff that I got at that booth, this day I was feeling really lucky, because, I got all Luca blank bags in blank boxes. I was feeling very lucky. So I decided to do more blind bags. This is where I got my Bijou acrylic stand. And my first blind bag was a success. You got Vestia Seta from Hololive Indonesia. She's one of my favorite Indonesia talents. I don't know much about her, but I've always just loved her design. And I think I saw her Jazz birthday live. I watch all the birthday lives that come out of Hololive. I don't remember all of them. But I was very happy when I got her. The other person I pulled, though, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know who he is. His design is really cool, but I don't know anything about him. His name is Origami Oga. I really like his design. I like his little horn, but I don't know anything about him. I'm thinking maybe once we do the haul, we can learn together and we can watch some Origami Oga clips and figure out just who this man is, because I don't know. But I do have 2 other Hololive blind bags I did, and these ones I got lucky. I got both my Oshis. Well, I got my main Oshi. I got Maureen. She is aside from she's tied with Suisei as my number one Hololive Oshi, she is. I really like the quality on this. I don't know if you can tell by the camera, but the quality of these pins are great. I guess I can find the Lyra one, for example. My Lyra one's like kind of falling apart here, which could have been a me problem. But this one is like peak condition. And then she is from Reed Loss. I don't remember her name, but I just know I really liked her from Reed Loss. And I always thought her design was cool. It's really funny because she did like a lecture at a university. I don't remember what it was for, but I just remember seeing that somewhere and thought it was really funny. But honestly, I really like how simple these two are. It's like black and white with like just a detailed, like a colored background. I like the simplicity. Sometimes the simplicity is better, and my little like trash pile, my little like pile is growing. We've got just a few more keychains. This is the same artist who did my Saba keychain. They did Sui-chan. I love Suisei. As I stated earlier, she's tied with Maureen as my number one Hololive Oshi. But she's just so cute, and I love her to death. I love Sui-chan. Sui-chan is so cute. Oh my god. Oh yeah, so going back to the Hololive Dodgers night. I really want to go to that. Because I was in California during that. Sadly, I could not go. I've been to a Dodgers game once before. It was, my family does like a March Madness thing, and like the winner gets to pick a family activity. I do not participate in this, but I still am stuck with the penalties. So the Dodgers game was one of those penalties. I went a long time ago, and I literally just watched anime on my iPad the whole day. But here's Sui-chan. She's so cute. I love her. You can just like, I'm running out of space over here. So my other one will do. Got this Gigi enamel pin. She's the same person who did my Pippa one, but this one's like black instead of gold. Here's Gigi. I love Gigi. I have 3 Gigi things. We'll do Gigi all at once. But honestly, I didn't think I had much Gigi merch until after the con, and I was doing my Ida bag. I was like, wait, I have a lot of Gigi. My goal was to do a lot of Aurora. Instead, I got a lot of Gigi. But here's Gigi. I really like the hearts. I literally like when I was taking these off my Ida bag to do the stream, I like stabbed myself. Well, not stabbed, I like worked myself. Alright, next Gigi thing. So this is the same artist who did the Iron Mouse and the Rem keychain. She also did Gigi. Is that like a blue? Hold on. Oh wait, no, that's part of the design. I was really confused. But here's Gigi. She's so cute. I love her. Aside from, she's one of my favorites from Justice. I love her design. But here's Gigi. I'd totally love to do her in my con, but sadly I've like reached the amount of VTubers I'm planning to do. I'm doing Iron Mouse, Mint, Saba, and a new Full Moko a second time. Because Full Moko sold so well at my first con. I'm like, I've got to do them again. But we got 3 more items. I feel like I bought a lot, and I did. But we have this Gigi keychain. This one is sparkly. I think this is epoxy. It might be epoxy because it's like rounded in the front and flat in the back. I did epoxy before. I did it for Nikame keychain. So I think this could be epoxy. I'm not entirely sure. But I love these kind of clips for the keychains. They're the least resistant and they're the easiest to do. All the other ones are, for me at least, are really difficult to like put on and attach. So these ones are like the easiest. These ones are the hardest. I don't know how to attach these. Where is... And these ones are just really stiff. So now when I do my keychains, I only do these ones. But here's Gigi. I don't have space on this side of the camera anymore, so I gotta put it back. And by the same artist, we have Aurora. I got my first Aurora merch, and there's a little Chitini there. When she has her stylist. And here's Aurora. I love the detail on this so much. It's so cute. I really like the glittery side. So pretty. I haven't taken off, I don't think, any plastic covers on any of these yet. And my last thing I bought is Ina. I bought other things on this trip, but obviously I can't show them because they are photos from a photo booth with family. So obviously, for very obvious reasons, I can't show those. But here is Ina. I love Ina. I was just so happy just to get anything Ina. I actually remember from my first con, I think an Ina fan, they walked up to my booth because they saw the film Moko and they saw the whole Promise print. And they were like, do you have Ina? And I'm like, no. So I'm hoping when I go back there for my second time, I'm going to try to go one Ina thing my second time for that Ina fan if they show up again. But here's Ina. Honestly, me too, Takadachi. Whoever that Takadachi is. I also very much love Ina. She's just so cute. Okay. Hold on, let me get my little thing to work. Okay. But that is enough. That is the only story time that I have for today. I'm gonna pry my phone loose from its little death stand. Let me open up to it. I have so many things now just like on my desk, and it's like it's a little overwhelming. But that's my haul. Ooh, I do want to talk about my airport trip. That was an ever-loving nightmare. So the reason I did not stream for a while is because hold on. Hold on. I'm getting bombarded with notifications. Right now I'm getting so many. I saw them like popping up earlier and I was like, okay. But as I was saying. So getting back, I spent 11 hours at the airport. So let me just walk you through my day. My day Saturday. My flight home. So the night before was great, I got dinner with my grandparents, like one last hurrah. It was great. It was wonderful. Ooh, why is my mom making that frowny face? Anyway, it was like one last hurrah and it was great. It was wonderful. But then the incident. So we were supposed to leave at 7 a.m. Our flight took off at like 9:40. It was like on time, and then by the time we got home, we were supposed to be at my house, or we should have like landed at my home state at like 8:49, pushing at 9, right? Easy trip. But then our flight so I wake up at 6 a.m. to go to the airport because we're leaving at 7, so I want to give myself at least an hour to like wake up properly. Except I wake up and I go to my mom's room at 6:30 to make sure that we're leaving at 7, only to find out that our flight has been delayed and we're now leaving at 7:30 a.m. So I woke up at 6 a.m. for no reason. I could have slept in. I was like, okay, whatever. And then, so our flight gets delayed, and it just keeps getting delayed. And at this point, my aunt's already, like, at my grandma's house to, like, take us to the airport. And so when we're there, like, we have family take us. So that way, like, we don't have to pay for an Uber. Because those things are expensive. I kid you not. And so we go, she drops us off. And we decide to go to Ruby's. Because I like pancakes. And I remember as a kid, I would go to Ruby's and I'd get chocolate chip pancakes. And it was great. And that was the plan. Just to waste time at Ruby's. Only for Ruby's to be absolutely terrible. The waiter was rude. On top of that, our flight keeps getting delayed. It's okay. I got my food. I got snacks for the plane. And we get on the plane. We take off. And we land in Texas. Texas is where everything went wrong. I hate Texas now. Texas is my op after this trip. Because not only was we had, I think, like an hour and a half until our connector flight took off. So, we go and we got food, and the food was really good. Really good food. Loved the food I got there. But then, our flight keeps getting delayed, because the flight attendants are not there. So, me and my mom, we go in shifts, and we go get chocolate. I spent $5 on a Hershey bar. A Hershey bar should not be $5, first of all. So after many, many delays, I think at that point it was like maybe 7 or 8. I think we got on the plane at like 9. Wait, no, we got on like maybe, I don't know what time we got on. But at some point we boarded and we aren't moving. And the thing is that they rush everyone to get on, but we're not going anywhere because there's a thunderstorm. And then they announce that the airport is closed, and anyone that wants to get off can get off. And we decided that we were gonna wait it out. And so we stay on the plane, and eventually backs away. This entire time, like, I'm tracking the weather app to see when the rain stops, because that's when the airport is gonna open up again, and we can, go home. But no. So they back up, we're away from the gate, and at that point, there is no turning back. We are not going back. Except it only gets worse. Hold on, we're gonna take a hat break. There we go. We're gonna take a little outfit change. But this is where everything gets worse, because now there's a thunderstorm outside, and we're stranded. We're not going anywhere. So we're kind of just in the middle of the runway during a thunderstorm on a plane. And I think at this point, like, our flight should have landed at home. Like, it was at the point where we should have been home by now. Like, if everything was on schedule at this point where we were stuck on a plane, unable to get off in a thunderstorm, I could have been home in bed asleep. That's essentially, like, the timeline. That's how delayed it was. And so at some point, like, they're offering us cookies and water. Were on this plane at least an hour and a half before it took off. So I called my dad, and we're like talking, and we're like, are we even gonna get back? And so the flight was 2 hours. Doing the math, when I got home at like 1:40. So I probably took off at 10. I don't know what time I took off. But I got home at 2 a.m. And it was at that moment I realized I'm not going to be able to stream Sunday, because I'm going to bed at 2 a.m. And so I go to bed at 2 a.m. I wake up and I've been exhausted, because like my time zones are so wonky right now. Like at night I'm staying up late, but at the same time I'm tired, because when it comes to sleeping I can't fall asleep, and then I wake up and I can't sleep, and this is whole like really bad like cycle that I'm in. Why am I so big? I've just like not been able to like properly sleep in so long, and it's been like so draining. Because even when I was in Cali, like I couldn't sleep because I got COVID too. On top of this whole thing, during my trip I got COVID. I feel bad that I still went to AX with COVID, but at the time we didn't know I had COVID. Like, we didn't know, because I wasn't tested. And then my mom got whatever I had and she tested, so turns out I had COVID. This is actually my first time getting COVID. And honestly, it was terrible. It was awful. Overall, this trip was it was fun until we had to leave, because it took us over 11 hours to get back. And I got back at 2 a.m. And honestly, it's so funny. Instead of going to sleep, the first thing I did was I sat in my bed. I opened up a package, and I was just playing with my samples. And I did that for a while. And then lights out, I went to bed. And you'd think at 2 a.m. I'd be tired and I'd knock out. No, I could not fall asleep. And somehow, I think I probably fell asleep at 3:30 a.m. I still woke up at like 8 something in the morning. The math is not mathing. My sleep schedule is not. My sleep schedule has not been accurate at all. And even now, I'm like on the borderline of falling asleep. I'm so sleepy. I'm so tired. I'm tired, but I know as soon as I go into bed, I'm not gonna be able to sleep. And it's this like awful, very draining cycle. But for that reason, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm keeping it very short today. I really just wanted to do this very short, like hand cam story time thing. I was gonna originally just make this just a video to post on YouTube because of the length, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna stream it and still post it as a YouTube video. But thank you for those who stopped by. I'm very glad I decided to make this stream. A stream may or may not happen tomorrow. I might go with my dad to a company dinner because there's some people there that I want to talk to that I haven't seen in a while. But for sure, I will be back. Wait, today's Monday. That's tomorrow's too. For sure, I'll be back Wednesday though. We're gonna do either tomorrow or Wednesday. We're gonna do Pretty Derby. Is Ega Suzuka? I think that's her name. The orange-haired one, and I love her and I adore her. So, and I won with her. We got to the finale. Thank you for those who stopped by. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow for a full stream. If not, it will be Wednesday. Bye bye. Have a good night. And I'm so glad to be home. And before I forget, happy 1 year anniversary to me after the stream. Well, actually it was last week roughly, but I have turned 1 year old. Now we are going into my second year of streaming. My second year starts actually last week, but we're gonna technically say it's today. Hopefully we can do a proper celebration at some point. I've not decided when. It's all delayed because I went to Cali. But I'm very happy. I did not expect for me to last the whole year. I'm gonna be honest with you guys that I am not known for my commitments. It's very hard for me to like stay focused on one thing. So the fact that I made it to a year has honestly surprised me, and I'm very grateful for all those. A lot of things I never expected have happened, such as this amazing model, hitting affiliate, being 1 year old, making all my friends, being a VTuber mama, creating art, VGen, just a lot, convention tabling. A lot has happened this year as a streamer, but as a person and an artist, and I am amazed to see where I've come. So before we officially end, thank you for those who followed me for this very chaotic year, and even before that, because I'm really only counting the year that I debuted with this as a sheep. But for those who followed me in those dark days, well, not really dark days, but the days when I had no idea what I was doing, thank you from the bottom of my heart, and let's start this new year as a VTuber strong. Kamsahamnida, bye bye, and have a good night.